over to YouTube. My name is Maverik, and today we are doing another, what should I call it, a reaction video. And today we're going to be reacting to Mr.Nightmare. Yes, we're going to react to one of his videos. It's called 3 Real Horror Stories That Are Creepy as Him. Mr.Nightmare is an awesome YouTuber, my favorite YouTuber, because he's really awesome. Go check him out, link in the description, and link in the description for this video. And just saying thank you guys so much. Wait, let me just show you. You guys are the flippin' best. You guys are the best in the world. Like 171 subscribers. That is amazing. I couldn't do it without you guys. 51. 30 more for 200. The next video I'm gonna upload better have 200 subscribers, and I'll be really happy because we're almost there already. Last video I had 109 subscribers. Now we gained like 60 subscribers. Wow, that is awesome, guys. We're almost in 200. So that's good. So without further ado, guys. Oh, by the way, in the background, this is my room. There's my my NFL poster, and then my Black Ops 3 poster right there. Then this is like a bed that I didn't do yet. This bed I already done, because I don't know. This bed only has one sheet on it. So without further ado, don't care about my room. Let's get started. Okay. Let's get started, fools. Let me just turn up the volume. There we go. There we go. And let's get started with this beautiful face cam I have. Alright, boom. Let's get started. 3 horror stories. Okay, here we go. Thank you for your blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And the Fine Bros. Wait, what? Story 1. Here we go.
I'll never forget the time my sister Danielle and I were home alone one Friday night when our parents were out. I was 12 and she was 13. We have an average-sized house, but you can hear everything going on in there. For example, you could be on the top floor and hear someone talking down in the den. We were both doing our own things in our rooms upstairs. That's when I heard it. A slight tapping coming from downstairs in the den.
Boy.
I soon realized it sounded like tapping on the back door. I assumed it was Danielle, so I went down to the den. It was too dark outside to see who was out there, so I flipped on the outside light. It wasn't my sister, but a random guy. He looked mid-40s, long black hair, graying a bit, red cheeks, probably 6'1". Being that this was our backyard door and some stranger was standing on the outside of it, I almost ran away. But the guy was staring at me with a kind of unintimidating look, as if he needed help. Yeah. I slightly pushed the door window screen open so he could talk to me. He told me he needed to use our phone. I asked him why, and why he was in our backyard. He disregarded what I had said and pleaded for me to let him in. I told him sorry and asked him to leave before I would call the cops. I tried to slide the door window back up, but he actually blocked it with his arm and began reaching into my house trying to unlock the door. When I cried for my sister, the guy pulled his arm away. I ran upstairs where I met my sister halfway. She took a peek through the den stairway to the back door and saw the guy standing there still. She called our parents. They told us to call the police and to stay upstairs. We both stayed in our rooms for a while. There was no more tapping or anything, so me being my 12-year-old self trying to be brave, I went downstairs to the den. He wasn't standing by the door anymore, but the door window was lower than when I had left it. Then I realized I didn't shut it in the first place. I walked closer to the door and then looked to my left. The door to the office was now open. I could have sworn it was shut earlier. It was too dark to see anything inside, and there was no way I was going in there. I took out my phone, opened the camera, turned on the flash, and pressed the button. As the phone took the picture, the flash from the camera provided enough light to see the guy who was standing at the door was now hunched over my off his desk, and in the picture his head was turned to be facing me. I didn't know if he was running at me or not, but I felt like he was, and I ran upstairs and locked the door. A familiar light tapping began coming from the den door now, and I could hear the man on the other side begging me to open it. I cried for my sister again and bluffed to the man, saying the cops were here. After that, he stopped, and I could hear the back door open and shut. It may have been stupid to say that, as it ruined any chances of the man getting caught and arrested, but it may have also saved our lives, as the cops did not arrive for another 5 minutes.
That was the actual picture? Boy!
This story is told under the author's father's point of view. Me and my girlfriend's brother had been talking about hunting, and I had decided to take him on a hunting trip. It was his first time going, so I wanted to take him somewhere where I was sure he would
There's like a
get
window
deer.
up there, by the way.
So I asked my uncle if we could go to his place, and he told me we could stay there for the weekend.
Probably my
I told
mom.
him that was perfect and that we'd stay. Me and Adam got our stuff together and headed that way. It was a secluded property right smack dab in the middle of nowhere in Braxton County, West Virginia. We got to my uncle's. He had his truck started and told them to hop in. We get in, and I ask him where we're going. He told me to my hunting cabin about 10-15 miles out. When we finally made it to the cabin, it fell below our expectations. 2 rooms, very small. As soon as we unloaded our stuff, he was gone. He told us to have fun and waved goodbye from his truck. Later, when we were getting settled for the night, we realized there were no curtains or lights, just lanterns. We didn't like being so exposed, so we hung clothes over the windows. Not long after we climbed into bed. Then within a few minutes, there was a noise outside, like metal trash cans being banged against one another. Adam started to get paranoid until I said, "It's probably just a bear or something, go back to sleep."
A bear!
I told Adam, "Don't wake me up unless the cabin's on fire." I went back to sleep, at least until Adam started shaking me, saying, "Cliff, wake up, there's someone outside." "No, go back to sleep, there's no one." I stopped, because on the outside wall, besides Adam's bed, a noise, almost like someone or something was raking its claws or nails all the way down the side of the cabin and stopped at the far window.
Who got any time to do that? Scare little kids? Like, what the
The noise was followed by tapping on the window.
Tapping?
Neither
That was
of
a
us
knock.
wanted to move the clothes to see what it was. I told Adam to load his gun, as I did myself. We stayed up all night and left in the morning. We questioned my uncle if he was playing a trick on us. He didn't have a clue what we were talking about. The author says his dad never went back to that cabin. The picture attached was taken by his uncle before he left them, and you could see the cabin in the background.
Oh, I was just trying to look for a face. Because, you know, why not? What? Why not? Dude, I'm like sketched out. Whew. This has a wall right there. There's a wall that way.
Motel.
Then the doorway is
motel
that
was
way.
pretty
So.
run down.
Kind of spooked out if you see me doing that.
Locals that were just doing things
Okay,
they
ever
weren't
shut up.
supposed to be doing.
Dude, I have like a bald head or
Let's just say the
something. Look at
cops
this.
came by multiple times a week.
Nope.
I worked as both a front desk person, checking in these creeps all hours of the night, and as a housekeeper who got to clean up their nasty, vomit-smelling rooms afterwards. One afternoon, I was working as a housekeeper in the second building of the motel on the backside furthest from the office. I hated working over there because it not only had the most worn-down rooms, but it was always pretty vacant over there and way too quiet for comfort. I began cleaning one of my last rooms and wanted to get done in a hurry because it was getting late. I was washing the mirror in the room that I was cleaning when all of a sudden I saw a man in the reflection staring at me.
I seen the animation
He
for
was
this one.
mid-50s, dirty, with long, greasy hair. Startled, I screamed,
Yeah,
"Oh my God!"
watch. It gives him
I
$100.
told him he scared
Just
me.
watch.
The room I was currently cleaning was vacant, so there was no reason why this man should have been in
Watch
there watching me
$100
clean.
The guy's
However,
gonna
we
be
just had a meeting on customer satisfaction, and my boss was really pressuring us to be more polite and help the guests.
Yeah, I watched the animation for this one.
Sir?
By the way.
I asked him cautiously. Can I get you anything? Towels? The man just stared back at me with a crooked grin and held out his hands to me.
I watched this one.
I thought maybe he was handing me a tip for cleaning his room earlier, but when I looked down, I saw he was holding a $100 bill. Alarms started going off in my head. No one tips $100 on a $40 a night room. The man just smiled and said his name was Terry. He said he was staying in the room next door with his wife Sherry and sort of joked about their names rhyming. He smelled like car oil and alcohol. When I asked him why he was trying to hand me $100, he laughed deep in his throat and said, "Me and my wife were watching you, and we just wanted to have fun with you." I felt like my heart jumped into my throat. No, I can't do that, sir. I'm sorry. I wanted to run out of the room screaming, but he was blocking the door, my only exit. The man smiled again, taking on a softer tone of voice, and invited me to come into his room to meet his wife, just to talk as friends. I nervously told him no again, and that I had a lot of work to do for the day. I prayed to God he would just go away, and eventually he did. He grunted and walked off in what I assumed to be the direction of his room. My mind began racing. There is no wife, I thought. This man could try and kidnap me. I was 110 pounds at the time and not very strong. He could easily overpower me. I locked the room from the inside and went directly to the phone to call my manager at the front desk, but the phone wasn't working. Adrenaline began pumping through my veins, and despite what I was always told not to do, I was panicking. Did he cut the line? No, I thought. This is a crappy motel. It happens all the time. But I just have to get out. I remembered that I had my cell phone out on my housekeeping card, but that was outside the locked door. I'd have to open the door to get it. I cautiously opened the door to the room that I was cleaning and peered out. I didn't see anyone, so I frantically began searching my card for my cell phone.
I got 2 phones. One for the motel and one for the guy.
I was wasting too much time looking for it, so I just decided to run as fast as I could and make a break for the front desk in the office. Then from behind me, I heard the man again, but this time he was screaming to someone else, "She's running, she's getting away." I could hear his shoes slamming against the pavement after me. I quickly turned the corner, grabbed my key card, and let myself into a stockroom and locked the door. Within moments, I heard the sound of the dirty guy and someone else running outside, searching for me. I stayed in that stockroom for 30 minutes shaking until I could no longer hear him searching for me. I finally got the courage to run the rest of the way to the front desk. When I made it there, I collapsed into my boss's arms and he called the police. The man and whoever else was in the room with him peeled out before the
I'm just hearing noises. Never mind.
cops could arrive, and I was beyond shaken up.
Oh, Jesus.
Shaken up. According to the police who ran a search, this wasn't the first time he had done something like this, and he was actually wanted for sexual assault, gross sexual imposition, and in the past was once charged with rape.
Sorry, the streets are dark
what
now.
happened to be my birthday, this guy was caught. A few weeks after that, I quit.
Alright.
I will never again work at another motel.
Well, thanks for watching this beautiful Mr. Nightmare video. See, look, guys, you guys need to watch this guy. This guy is the God. He's the God. Out of course. So, with my face cam here, saying, thank you guys for watching. If you didn't, can you just smack that like button, please? Really did good. 170 subscribers. So, thank you guys for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, and have a lovely day. Peace.